Sarfarosh. What do you
Oh my
remember
God.
from the
John.
sets?
John, my director.
Oh, nice. Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
what a talented director.
Yes.
What was he like?
He was an ad filmmaker.
Yeah.
We had done ad films together, and ad film sets were different from film sets. I was very guarded and very different on film sets, you know. But on an ad film set, I was myself, and John had seen me being that, and he said, "I want this girl."
Hum Saath Saath Hai. What's a memory that always comes back?
Oh my God! The memory is that Surajji actually wanted me to wear Western clothes, because I was a doctor in the thing, and when I read it, and I just said, but so what? Just because I am studying as a girl, why should that girl have to be in Western clothes? I just did not like that. That the moment you are studying and stepping out of the house, and if you're a working girl, that means you're in Western clothes. That thing always bothered me. He said, okay, if you promise me that you will wear a nose ring through the thing, you can do it.
Wow.
I said, done. I take it off when I'm working. I am happy to do it.
Kal Ho Na Ho, some film that everybody loves and relates
Yeah,
to.
so I don't have any thing about Kal Ho Na, because for me, Kal Ho Na Ho was about Yash uncle.
Correct,
It was
yeah.
Yash Johar who had asked me, and I loved him. He was always he was a kindest man, and so it was for Yash uncle.
Right. I love this movie. Love ke liye kuch bhi karega. That was such a fun film in 2001. This came with any memory from that? It was really
I think
funny.
I remember it was Srinivasan who was the director,
Yes, yes,
but it
yes.
was Ramu's film.
Yeah.
And I remember Ram Gopal Verma saying, I didn't know you had a sense of humor. You have a comic timing. I said, I'm so happy you all discovered that.
Do you think there was a disconnect somewhere that you're saying, people come and they remember the dialogues, they remember the movies, and, reviews and media would say something else. Do you think there was a disconnect between the society, the real people, and these few people who were reviewing?
It will always sound like the grapes are sour. Because
No,
you didn't
like-
get it, you are saying this today.
okay.
And I really don't want
Sure,
to sound
sure,
like that,
right.
because it's fine. It's done and dusted.
Right.
So I'm really not
Sure.
on, and I don't live in the past. But yes, I just gave it as an example because
Correct.
that is the reality. And what I learned was that it doesn't matter after a point. Of course, anybody, any artist, when you there is a validation when your peers talk about you or give a certain thing, and in the industry, of course it's a validation for any artist, and who wouldn't like it. But I realized that that's not the only way to validate myself.
Right.
That there are different ways in which I can find that validation, and I can revel in it, and I can kind of find my reasons as to why I should continue, or for any other reason. Just if you look at the fact that so many years down the line, I continue to work, and I
Exactly.
continue
I was
to be
coming to that.
relevant.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I think that itself, it took time, but it's an answer for it.
It's absolutely, I was going to ask you that, Sonali, after all these years, you're on YouTube, you're doing shows, there's enough work to talk about. What would you tell a young actor is the secret for longevity? How to stay, what keeps you going basically?
Wow. For me, I don't know about what everybody has a different way of dealing with it. For me, I just always wanted to just keep working. And and anything that was new was always exciting for me. I mean, the moment, see, another example, like for me, when I tried theatre, because I had never done theatre, and the thing is that unless you've done theatre, you're really not an actor. So I said, I must do theatre, I must do theatre. So I did try it. I did Aapki Sonia with Farooq ji, and I really loved it. Beautiful
Enjoyed.
play and all of that, God, rest his soul, and, whatever. But for me, doing the same thing again and again over a certain period of time gets a little monotonous, a little boring after a point. I look for newer roles, newer things, newer challenges. So that is my personality. I enjoy doing new things, because when I get a little scared, it makes me look at it in a different way, and then I learn. Like I go on this when I go on the podcast, every single episode, I have learned something from it. I've picked something from it. And that excites me.
Right.
So if I'm going to do something and not learn something from it, then I think it's a wasted time.
Fair enough,
It's not about is that thing a hit or how much money I have made, but what did I gain from it? What did I learn from it? That is very important for me.
That's amazing because, this gender, the actors who are coming now, I interview so many of them day after day. There's so much validation they need from views and likes, and you are doing this purely out of passion.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell them that
I do the book club also purely out of passion. That too, even worse than that. We put the money into it.
Yeah, but again, it's somewhere they want to run. They have bills to pay. So that's So how to find that balance?
So there are projects for paycheck and projects for passion.
That's a good one. Yeah.
So you have to be very clear about what is for what. This is for passion, that's for paycheck. So when something is for paycheck, then that paycheck has to justify why I'm doing it.
Yeah.
And when I'm doing this, it doesn't matter. I don't need a paycheck when I'm doing this because it's a passion.
Right.
Thing. So that's how I look at things.
Right. You've done things just for paycheck?
Yes, of course. My whole career has been about a paycheck. I've come in my life, to the point where I'm like, why am I only running, because that was the need for me. And I got into this industry because of the paycheck.
Correct.
Otherwise, I wouldn't even have acted probably. I mean, I got in here because of that. So, and I'm absolutely okay with that. Everybody's needs are different and, you keep evolving, you keep growing and it's perfectly fine. What is your need is your need.
Yeah. No, absolutely love the honesty. Again, when I was doing a round table with some younger.
Sorry to this thing, but that is what makes this also more like now when I do something else, which is for paycheck, and that paycheck also becomes much more interesting because I know that I have that paycheck and hence I can do this.
Correct.
So all that kind of size.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's people want to hear this from someone like you. When I was doing a round table, there were some younger actors on the round table, and there was Manisha Koirala, your contemporary, and I recently interviewed Shilpa Shirodkar. She comes in the room and just talks to everyone saying, "Kasa hai, kai chal hai?" And there was something about you guys that you all have this connect with everyone in the room, which is, and then Manisha told this young actor that, what will happen if you do say this? She said, I'll get trolled. She said, so what? How come you guys never had this fear? There was no trolling, but there were magazines.
No, because I think what happens is that now also, probably because for this generation, we have led half of our lives without social media.
Yeah, okay.
And we lived it.
Correct.
But they don't know a life without social media. So you can't blame them. It is getting trolled and is everything. Because they don't know. We have the advantage of having lived a life where there was no social media. Life went on. We had fun. In fact, we looked at, oh my God, we could have more fun now. We have to be well behaved. We could be, you do, I wouldn't say naughty, but you didn't have to think so much. And then the phones came with the cameras and just like everything you had to be proper with everything. So what I'm trying is to say is that I don't blame this generation because this is what they're born into.
They are born
and that's why we have the advantage of knowing that it can be a different way.
Sure.
They don't know that. I think it will happen, but I already see the change happening in the youngsters where they are not so hooked onto the social media. They are not really posting so much. And they are, from the time where it went, oh my God, maybe I could be wrong about it because, so many businesses work on the likes and all of that.
Right.
But I do feel that it will reach its saturation and there will be a point where people will love their privacy again and value their privacy again. And I think we will get there soon.
Can't wait for that day.
Yeah, I agree. Oh my God, yes.
Right. Lastly, I have to talk about your movies because, your fans will beat us up if I don't. So I'm just going to take names of 5 movies. Okay. You just tell me any memory that you have.
Okay.
Whatever you remember, otherwise I'll change the movie.
Okay.
Sarfarosh. What do you remember?
Oh my God.
From the sets?
John, my director.
Oh, nice. Yeah. And what a talented director.
Yes.
What was he like?
He was an ad filmmaker.
Yeah.
We had done ad films together. And ad film sets were different from film sets. I was very guarded in very different on film sets, you know. But on an ad film set, I was myself, and John had seen me being that, and he said, "I want this girl."
Means how are you different?
I think I was more open
Okay.
and much more playful, and you know. And he said, "I want this girl," and I have a dark sense of humor. And what happened was the first few times on film sets, nobody got that sense of humor. And in interviews also, when I spoke about it, I got trolled into the headlines. They became scary headlines. And I said, but this was funny.
Right,
and I was just saying it. Yeah, but nobody... So
got it, yeah.
For me, and I was so young, for me, the defense mechanism was that just guard every word that you say and don't open out, because it was just getting missed. But on an ad film set, it was much more cooler, and you know, my sense of humor was appreciated. You know, it was added on, and it was fun. So John said, "I want this girl. I want this girl as that. You know, I see that character in
What
her."
a talented director.
Yeah,
What a
so
talented
for
director.
Sarfarosh, for me, will always be John.
Right. Hum Saath Saath Hai. What's a memory that always comes back?
Oh my God! The memory is that Surajji actually wanted me to wear Western clothes because I was a doctor in the thing, and when I read it, and I just said, but so what? Just because I am studying as a girl, why should that girl have to be in Western clothes? I just did not like that. That the moment you are studying and stepping out of the house, and if you're a working girl, that means you're in Western clothes. That thing always bothered me. So I said, but Surajji, why? Why can't, even if she's a medical student or if she's a doctor, why can't she be happy in the... I said, at home I wear my salwar kameezes and everything also, so why would it be a thing? So we had this conversation, and then we had gone for this thing, and I had worn, because I used to wear a lot of... I always had a nose ring that I wore, and when I was not shooting, I loved my white salwar kurta, and I always wore very big silver piles, you know, I used to wear. Even on my jeans, I always had those piles on. There were silver fat piles. So I went with that thing, with my silver jewelry. I went to the thing, and I said, you know, I still don't understand it and all. He said, okay, if you promise me that you will wear a nose ring through the thing, you can do it.
Wow.
I said, done. I take it off when I'm working. I'm happy to do it. And so that's my memory of Hum Saath Saath Hai.
Amazing. Were you a rebel? Were you like, I want to do this, I will do this?
I think everybody is.
Everybody has that little bit, right?
Especially when you're young.
And when you believe in something, it's,
Yeah, also you're much more fearless at that point of time, you know. I think once you become a parent, you start fearing.
Yeah.
Fear comes into you because,
Absolutely.
you know, you are thinking about something other than you at that time.
True,
and
true.
then you start getting fearful.
True. Duplicate.
Yeah.
What do you remember?
Oh, Duplicate. The songs.
Yeah, the songs?
Yeah, I mean, everybody remembers the song that where the three
They
of
were
us are
really
there.
funny.
Yeah, but for me, the song that I remember was a song that was like in a club, Shah Rukh and me. And if you see the looks in that song, even today, if you get those clothes, they would be fab even today.
Funky and
They were so fun and they were so, I mean, they were so out there in fashion.
Again, Kal Ho Na Ho, some film that everybody loves and relates.
Yeah, so I don't have any thing about Kal Ho Na, because for me, Kal Ho Na Ho was about Yash uncle.
Correct,
It was Yash Johar who had asked me, and I loved him. He was always he was a kindest man, and so it was for Yash uncle.
Right. And lastly, I love this movie, Love Ke Liye Kuch Bhi Karega. That was such a fun film in 2001. This came with any memory from that? It was really
I think
funny.
I remember it was Srinivasan who was the director,
Yes,
but it was Ramu's film.
Yeah.
And I remember Ram Gopal Verma saying, I didn't know you had a sense of humor. You have a comic timing. I said, I'm so happy you all discovered that.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
Great. You know, Sonali, I just want to tell you, as a pet parent and someone who loves animals, please keep doing this podcast, because it's our go-to place when I want to...
Please tell all your viewers to give us the likes and the views so that we can keep
100%.
it going.
No, 100%. Because this is a space I don't know, like I said, I don't understand why they are, but good you're doing it.
Yeah.
Please continue to do it.
No, please give us the feedback.
Yes.
So that we can do more, we can improve, and we can keep getting more seasons in, because I really love it. And I think this is my IC's legacy.
Yes.
And, you know, my IC turns 12 this year.
Oh,
so,
nice.
you know,
Sweet.
every minute and every moment that I get and memories that I can create with her are very precious for me.
True. So please tell people when is it out and where can they watch it?
So, guys, my podcast, The Happy Podcast, which I host with my pet, IC Behel, is going to be out from 7th November on Rospod's YouTube channel. Please go watch it, give us love, pass it on, share it with all pet lovers and animal lovers, and give us a lot of feedback so that we can come back stronger with another season.
Thank you so much. Thank you. This was so wonderful. Thank you.